Okay guys, today I'm eating this rare piece of venison that I cooked over a log. It's burning right there. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Breakfast in the woods, bacon, steak, eggs. We're doing it. So to get this thing lit, it usually takes a little bit of work, but I've got some dry paper towel here that I had, some grass and some bark. So what I do is I stuff it in the middle as much as I can, because we want to get it lit right in the middle of that opening. Stuff some junk in there. This will help light things up. Just rip up some small pieces of paper. Get that in there. We don't want to pack it too tight because we still want air to get in there. And the other thing that makes this really easy to do is a bottle of lighter fluid. So we're gonna pour some of that in there, soak it. Get a match and let her go. Okay, so we've got this thing rolling. It didn't take very much to start it, actually. I'm using a softwood right now. It's just a pine log, and it's really dry, so it started up super easy. We're getting some heat. Now that this thing's going, we're going to take a second to talk about all of our lovely ingredients that we're using today.
So I don't know how much explaining needs to be done with these ingredients here, but what we've got is, we've got a couple of eggs, we've got some garlic, we've got some thyme and some rosemary, and that's going in the butter, which is sitting right there. A little bit of salt and pepper mixed in. And then of course we've got bacon, which I feel most breakfasts couldn't be complete without a little bit of bacon. And last but not least, we've got some brined venison. This is the inside round. These pieces have been in a salt brine for about 4 days now with some crushed garlic, some dried chanterelles, rosemary, thyme, some beautiful dried herbs, salt, obviously. There was a lot of salt in there. And you can see there's been some penetration on the outside layer. The middle is still, you know what? The middle is still, let's say, slightly unaffected by the salt brine, but it did get in there. And look at this dog. Just trying to get right in there. Come on, Olive. Back off. Yeah, so there's a little bit of salt penetration into the middle. I had a piece of this stuff yesterday. It was so moist and soft. It was like eating a fillet or the tenderloin out of a deer, but completely influenced by the fact that it was just sitting in a brine for a few days. So we're getting that on the fire right now.
So this is how easy this thing is. You put a pan right on top. It sits on really nice. We're still getting a ton of air to our fire through the slots that are in the side of this. And the inside of that thing is burning hot, which is acting like a really nice element for our pan. So, in goes the bacon. Woo! It's looking good. One thing you want to do with these is keep a glove handy so that if the pan does get too hot, you want to be able to take it off and regulate the temperature a little bit. We don't want to burn our bacon, so once the bacon's done, we're going to get a little bit of butter in here, mix it with the bacon fat, and the deer is going in with the garlic and the thyme and the rosemary. And while the deer is resting back on our platter, we will fry the eggs up in the remainder of that grease. We'll let these guys rest up. As they're resting, I'm putting some butter on top just so it melts into them. It'll give them a nice buttery flavor. So there it is, guys. Crazy simple to do. I definitely recommend getting a fire log or making a fire log or doing whatever it takes to cook on one. It's an awesome experience. You get a little bit of that smoke flavor that comes off the wood as well, which is super enjoyable. Cooking over a fire, it's probably the easiest way to start cooking over a fire. So I'm digging into this. I already had a bite. This piece of venison that has been soaked in a brine is so buttery soft. It's amazing. It has a really nice flavor to it. I've been dipping it into this egg yolk, which is still nice and runny, and look at that. I'm gonna enjoy all this. Keep cooking, cook more outside. It's the best. Until next time. Until next time.